Welcome back to another Orange Aces high score attempt run here on Balatro. We have a cool money build for you right now. As you can see, $40 in interest. And you can see that the game doesn't even really fully understand how to place those dollars because I'm making so much per hand. And the reason I'm able to do this is because I have the money tree voucher already, which earns $20, but I'm also pairing it with a to the moon, which doubles that. So I'm able to make an absurd amount of money right now. We're starting this run on ante 6. Welcome to all of the new people who have subscribed in the past few days. We've been growing really well. We're at 284 subscribers at the time of recording. All of my videos are doing quite well. I really appreciate all the support. For all of the people who aren't subscribed watching this video, I would really appreciate if you do so. Over 90% of my viewers aren't subscribed, so if you could go ahead and help me out, grow the channel a little bit, that would be very much so appreciated. So I'm not sure what is in store for this run right now. I kind of have a face card deck with a sock and buskin and a scary face just getting me points right now, but I also have the to the moon and the business card earning me some cash, so I should have enough money to figure out how I want to kind of change this deck. For the time being, I'm kind of just converting cards that I don't want into face cards, especially kings with our bonus chips right now, and we're really just playing a chip build at the moment. Let's go ahead and discard a 4 of a kind, which does sound a little silly, but we don't need that. So even if I play a full house here, we should get easily over the amount of scoring needed just because of all of the chips we get. And every time we have a 50% chance to score $2 on every face card we play, and we're getting about $47 to $50 of interest every single hand, which is quite amazing. But yeah, basically to do this you need the money tree and you need the to the moon, and if you do have enough money saved up, you can make a ton at the end of each round. So I don't know exactly what I want to do. We only have 1/6, so I'm not interested in taking that, and I'm just gonna skip it, I suppose, because there's no jokers I'm really willing to get rid of. There's a direction, a red seal king. That is beautiful. Might as well level up the full house too. We have been playing that quite a bit. Our Mars is leveled up to level 8 already. Could spin a wheel? Nope. An invisible joker. It would be pretty cool to get a second to the moon. Let's go ahead and try it. I mean, it would be awesome. I would take a second one of any card really, but a second to the moon would be pretty crazy. So we did lose the business card there, which does suck for getting money while playing our cards, but I don't really care that much. It's not a huge deal to me. So there we go. It is probably better to just play the 4 of a kind, but the 5 of a kind is going to win as well, so I don't mind too much. Thankfully, we started this video on ante 6, so we have some time to kind of see the direction of where this run goes. I'm hoping to start the videos typically from scratch, but sometimes I'm just not planning on recording and things are going too well that I just feel like I have to record. Like, this is very odd to have $370 before ante 8. Like, my money is just online and it's been online the entire run. So it's just a unique situation. There's really nothing I want from here. Eventually we're going to need to switch to some sort of mult, so we'll have to figure that out. I truthfully don't want to play photograph because I play it way too much, but we'll see what happens. I mean, photograph's just a really good card when it's with a hanging chad, but I'm interested to see where this invisible joker goes. I would really love to see it hit to the moon. I think it would be very fun. Let's go ahead and see. Okay, we got a second hanging chad. That's probably the worst hit out of all of them, if I'm being honest with you, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna be too upset about it. We have $400. We also have the 2 hand size vouchers, so I'm in the market for an ectoplasm. because I want more jokers to be used. I mean, that's a negative, but I'm not going to take it. I'm not typically going to be playing 2 pairs, even though I absolutely could. I'm pretty much just playing 5 of a kinds at this point, because that's really all I need to do to win. However, the blinds are getting high enough now that there could be some problems moving forward. 285,000, we probably only get through ante 8 with that, and then we have to do something different. The vouchers this round are very crazy. We've cleared 3 full vouchers now, which normally you get a whole bunch of scattered ones, but we've cleared 3 full ones right now, which is quite insane. I'll grab a hanged man. Deck fixing is always important. Go ahead and cut the bottom cards, the ones I'm not going to use. And wow, a death and a fool. Literally the 2 best cards I could ask for. Swashbuckler I don't need. Don't need there. See, there's the photograph. And I'm just in too good of a situation not to take it. I mean, I could get rid of To the Moon. I'd probably get rid of Scary Face, to be honest. But let's get rid of it. Let's keep the money engine going. I mean, double hanging Chad. You kind of have to go for a photograph here. So I'm gonna do it. Now I'm pretty much looking for that Red Seal King that I have. So I'm realistically just going to use all my discards until I find it, because that is now the only one that I want to keep. The only one that I want to use. It's in my deck somewhere here. Unfortunately, has not popped up yet. Wow. Okay. Go ahead and play this so we don't win. I want to get that Red Seal King so I can copy it. Okay. There's 3 cards left. Let's hope it's not the last card in my deck. Okay. There's the Red Seal King. Let's go ahead and death it. And we'll do the same thing with this queen, I suppose. Might as well. All right, now let's find out how much I'm scoring here. So obviously a significant increase from where I was before. Not realistically the best possible. It's because I haven't leveled up my 5 of a kind at all. I am looking to do that, but I have not done so yet. I will grab another death. And let's see what else we can get. A hermit. I will use the death while I have the chance. And we're going to be looking to make something out of that king. I mean, it would be amazing to make it polychrome or something. I guess we could make it a magician for now. Let's go ahead and go next here. We'll use the hermit and we'll just spend all of our discards looking for those Red Seal Kings. And that's enough of them right there. So let's go ahead and use that. See if we can get some malt out of it. We really just need to level up the planet system here. Okay, we didn't get any malt hits on that first king, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Basically, we're trying to dodge the plant. I'm not worried about the Crimson Heart. Making $47 every single time. Quite amazing. I guess we could tower a 7. Our deck's getting pretty fixed. 12 kings, 5 queens, 9 jacks. Still got all our aces. Anything good in here? No. We'll move on. Reroll a few times just to see if we can grab anything cool. Nope. We're really just looking for a blueprint, a brainstorm. We would be looking for a ectoplasm, all of the above there. Let's do a 4 of a kind and see how much we get with just the 1 hanging Chad. Yeah, just as good, really. Okay, we officially won the game. That's nice and easy. You can look at all our stats. Here's the unseeded seed if you want to run it. Got the nice little double Chad photograph. The classic. It really is just a classic. Reroll voucher. And honestly, I never get tired of playing it either. It's just so satisfying most of the time. I'm sure you probably get tired of seeing it. However, it's just an enjoyable experience. I will pick up a purple seal, and that is about it. We are looking for an ectoplasm. Planet X, we will also take an abundance of those if possible. Let's go ahead and continue to play. These discards are quite nice because I can realistically get whatever I want. So let's go ahead and play the 5 of a kind. Even though it's a little inefficient, we will continue to play it. No particular reason unless we got like a telescope and we wanted to start leveling it up that way. That's so satisfying, getting $40 of interest. I really don't want to get rid of this, so if I can ectoplasm, I will. Let's go ahead and death. Constantly make those kings. And ideally it would be an idle run, but I'm not necessarily sure we're ever going to get this deck to where we want it to be. We definitely have the money to do so, especially if we keep finding deaths. We're definitely going to get it to all kings. I'm pretty confident in that. We're probably already pretty close to that. So we can go ahead and play something like this, a 4 of a kind. This should score us the highest score we've seen so far. We got a few money shots there too, 13 million, so we got a little bit of leeway. Not too much, about 2 antes worth right now. I don't think we survive ante 12 currently. Let's go ahead and continue leveling up our planets. This 5 of a kind has some catching up to do. About 10 malts worth, so not terrible, but still an option. I'll grab another king, why not? See what our blind is. The needle, I'm not worried about that. Getting lucky with deaths on the shop here, which is quite nice. Go ahead and go next. I'm not interested in grabbing a devil. Yay, we were just looking for those nice kings. There's one. We'll death it. And we'll probably just look for some more lucky cards because that's the most ideal. I should also be digging for this purple seal all the time. Might as well use our last discard here. Perfect. I actually wanted to grab this king so I can magician it. And now we can play a flush 5. Definitely going to get us over the place we need to be, but at least we have flush 5 unlocked. Also, this should get us hopefully some money. There we go. We got $20 or $40 from that. So we are happy. That interest just makes me happy every single time. Lucky cat is definitely where we need to go with this run. Definitely. Unfortunately, it might be time to say goodbye to the moon. I don't want that to be the case, but I think that's what needs to happen if we want to continue this run. So thank you to the moon. You've gotten me to this point where I make a ton of money. And now I don't. I mean, I'm still going to make my $20 of interest, but it's not going to be anywhere near what I had before. So luckily, because of the lack of cards we have in my deck, I should be able to draw this fairly consistently. And we will try that as much as we can because there's no reason not to. There's a flush 5. Go ahead and get rid of this. And this. Suppose we can devil up a king, and this is going to give us the best shot at making that lucky cat do something for us. So there's 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits, 5 hits. So it's already at ×2. It was at 4 hits, I suppose, although I saw money come out, but whatever. $26 leveling up Ares. Absolutely. What do we need to get to? 1 million. We will be fine. Like I said, I think we're safe until ante 12 right now, but we could have a giga lucky cat run here, which is always fun. I love playing the lucky cat. You rarely get to see it work too often, just because it typically comes too late, or it comes at a time where I don't have enough cards in my deck. Now, you did see me click the voucher skip option there. That's because I would like to get some more vouchers set up for myself here. Boom, 184 million. Okay, let's see what we get out of this voucher tag here. Cash out's only $28 now because we did lose to the moon. We do get a telescope, so that might help us out in the future. We also get clearance sale, which will help us. Strength is not too bad. Can boost some of these jacks into queens and cut the cards that we don't want. Don't necessarily need a temperance or a hermit at this point. We have $600, which is quite crazy. We will grab a fool. Reroll a few more times here and we'll go next. 14 million. I don't believe that is an issue for us yet. Go ahead and use the hanged man. And then just cut cards until we find our kings. We are going to be trying to play the flush house. Even though the 4 of a kind is the best option for us here. Let's go ahead and see what a flush house is scoring me right now. Okay, 61 million. So we aren't out of the neck of the woods yet. Our lucky cat is now at 4.25 in just 2 turns that we've had him. So that's pretty good. It is growing quite fast. Nothing from the Wheel of Fortune there. It's probably best to just play our 4 of a kind because it's leveled up so high right now. To the Moon is back. We can no longer afford to get him. And we have a blueprint. So unfortunately, it's gonna have to be 1 hanging Chad gone, and we will blueprint the photograph, which I believe is the best option. Go ahead and go next here. And we're just gonna try and get that flush 5, which we already got. However, we would like all of the lucky cards to come into play here, if possible. There we go. We'll grab the hermit. Bro. Doesn't matter. Boom. Flush 5. Let's see how much this scores us now. Okay, 5 billion. So we definitely got stronger with that blueprint. Getting rid of the hanging Chad and just multiplying the photograph was definitely the way to go. Again, I would still really like to get an ectoplasm on this run. It's the one problem when you're playing plasma deck. Wow. It's an interesting situation because I want to keep Sokkin Buskin, but I also want to use the lucky cat, so we're going to just beef up this lucky cat as much as we can and say screw it to the Sokkin Buskin. He'll have to come back later. That was a crazy pickup right there. Flush 5 and Mars will definitely level up both of those. Yeah, but one of the problems with playing plasma deck is you really don't find a lot of spectral cards, or when you do, it's quite hard to find them. So that is one of the downside, whereas you could be playing the ghost deck and obviously have an easier time with stuff like that. Let's go ahead and see how much we are scoring a flush 5 now. We have the brainstorm on the hanging Chad and the blueprint on the photograph, so let's go ahead and see what that nets me. Okay, we're at E to the 11, so we're alive for a little bit. Our lucky cat's at 6.5x. Eventually that lucky cat just isn't going to be worth it, but it's cool for the time being. Go and pick up a Mega Arcana. Definitely using a death here. Emperor, I was hoping for another death. We did not get it. Hanged Man is fine. We'll continue getting rid of cards. We're probably getting pretty close on a... Look at that. Look at those kings. Beautiful. We're doing pretty good on our deck fixing here. Planet X probably isn't something I'm going to be playing anymore. Strength is good. I'll re-roll a few times. A Showman. I mean, yeah, we'd have to get rid of the lucky cat. I think it's worth it. Let's get rid of the Lucky Cat, rip a Showman instead, because honestly the way we have this build set up right now, it's pretty much just an Omega Chad build, which I'm okay with. I find quite funny. Go ahead and strengthen up these into queens and then get rid of them all, because we're only trying to play flush fives right now. Thankfully we have enough discards to get to that point. We don't need a judgment or a lovers, and we have all 5 of these. This should get us where we need to go with no issues right now. Okay, 8 billion. It's not exactly how I wanted to see it. Thankfully, Hanging Chad and Photograph are commons, so we should be able to find them pretty easily, I hope. Hanged Man. An idol is also an option, although we got rid of our sock and buskin. Baron. It's not gonna be a Baron run. Lucky Cat is back. Fortunately, we got rid of him. We could just go another Hanging Chad for the time being, I suppose. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going for now, but this is just a complete Hanging Chad build. So let's go ahead and grab our flush 5 and see what we can do. Wow, getting quite easy to draw now. Let's go ahead and see how much this scores us. We're getting 2 extra triggers on that first king, which is quite good. Okay, we're back into the E's, although that's only going to last us 1 more ante, I believe. So we do have to make a pivot here pretty soon. Honestly, the only option for me here is going to be the ectoplasm, so I can find something else. I mean, yeah, King of Diamonds, but I don't know what I would get rid of. It'd have to be the Hanging Chad, but unfortunately we got too much extra garbage, so I cannot take that right now. If it was negative, that would be a beautiful dream. Probably should have kept the Lucky Cat. We're kind of dialing in on the photo Chad, so let's go ahead and see what it does for us. I am curious to see how much better a 4 of a kind is, so we will try that out. Should be quite a bit better. Let's go ahead and find out. E to the 12, so we got an extra E just because of the base malt difference, which is pretty good. I mean, obviously when you're multiplying it that many times, it makes sense. I do also want to try out a different way of multiplying here. We will find that out in a second. Guess we'll grab a Hermit. Not sure what I was really thinking of there. Glass card is probably for the best here. That is how we survive longer. We will take a peek at how much a glass card actually helps me in a second here. $600, like, obviously I'm not quite worried about anything yet. Let's go ahead and make just one of them glass, just to see how we can do. Hanged Man, eventually we could work towards an idol. That actually helps quite a bit, so I'm going to make these diamonds as well. So this is the best hand I could possibly play, I suppose. Let's go ahead and see how it works. E17 with 1 piece of glass, so we can survive a little bit longer. That glass broke, which was quite unfortunate for us. We will do Aries. We're trying to boost it up to our 4 of a kind here. It doesn't really matter at this point, since we're only doing pretty much 1 card build. Give me some good tarots, please. Yeah, the problem is I still need you, so I cannot get rid of you anymore. There's a death. Keep leveling up 4 of a kind, I suppose. Yeah, we did kill a bunch of our money there. It doesn't matter. I got an abundance, so we're okay. We're just discarding everything. Wow. Okay, let's go ahead and find out how it does with a steel card in our hand now. This is without glass. Okay, E12 with steel in hand and without glass. Would love an ectoplasm. Can't find a spectral pack to save my life. I don't really need anything here. We'll make some more steel cards. Okay, the wheel never liked me anyway. Burnt Joker. I mean, we're getting closer to that. I just can't commit to it, unfortunately. Trading card. Okay, I'm just wasting money at this point. Play only one hand type. That's fine. Go ahead and see how this does for me. Red Seal Steel will definitely help a little bit here. E13 with that steel. Not exactly sure what we need to get to next round. Let me go ahead and find out. We need E13, and it's the plant. And we got antimatter. So we need a luchador, or we're dead. Go ahead and chariot a few more of those. Pretty much need a luchador, or it's just over though. Get something for the time being, but antimatter is a huge pickup. Okay, no luchador there. No voucher skips in sight. We do need E13. I thought this was a chariot. It's not. But we will do that. I was hoping it was a chariot. Definitely don't want to do a moon. This should get me there. It should be E13 with that steel in hand. I guess it depends on if the malt hits, right? I mean, it was E13, just not quite enough. We'll try it again with the steel in hand. Guess we have this 8 in hand as well. This should be it. We have 3 steel cards now in hand. That's definitely going to be enough. This will be an E14 play for sure. Yeah. Just over the E14 threshold, which is nice. I am looking for more chariots. Really what's going to get me through this. Luchador. We need Luchador. Baron doesn't help me against the plant. It's a good thing we had a bunch of money. But it ain't coming this round. We'll do it one more time. Okay, we got our steel cards. This should be more than enough. 2 red seal steel. Should be way more than enough. E14 again, beautiful. Okay, we need a luchador or it's just over. We have $200. If this is where it ends, it's okay. Luchador? Okay, no. Splash doesn't help me. Delay Grat doesn't help me. 92 tarot cards this run. Beautiful. Sockin' Buskin doesn't help me. I mean, I'll take it just because it's a good card to have. But it's Luchador or Bust here, folks. And it's looking like Bust is going to happen. Death by Plant once again. Happens way too often. I only sold that just in case I got another roll off. All face cards are debuffed in anti-14. Pretty much my whole deck. Very, very unfortunate. That's okay though. We move on. We will play the game again someday. We're getting 123,000 without any jokers. That's if we play a 4 of a kind. So there's definitely no way we're getting E to the 14. And that's going to be it. That's the run. Our best hand was 3.8 E to the 17. That was with our glass card. This was a fun run. It turned into a Giga Ultimate Photo Chad build, which I'm okay with. But it started out with an absolutely crazy economy build with that money tree and that to the moon. So if you've never seen that, we were making like $47 per hand or per round, which is absolutely insane. Definitely a good strat if you're able to get the right vouchers early. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It would mean to the world to me. If you're a returning viewer, I greatly appreciate you being here. Everyone who continues to come back and watch my videos makes me really, really happy. We're on the push to 500 subscribers. We're almost there. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care. Goodbye.